It's time for episode 2 of my review of the entirety of the series, The Promised Neverland. And episode 2 of this means episode 2 of the series. And I literally just watched it, and it's ratcheting up the fucking tension. And that's really good. With a series like this, you kind of have to, pin the fucking needle. And so there's a couple interactions between Mama and Norman and Emma, where Mama's basically trying to suss out which of the kids left the bunny for Connie at the end of the last episode. And she, as far as it's, shown, she doesn't know that there's two. I think she assumes there's only one kid that, saw Connie's dead body. So, yeah. There's two interactions with Mama and Emma and Norman. One of the ones that's really tense is Mama basically has cornered Emma in the hall because she went to see, or no, not Connie, Emma. Where Mama and Emma, Mama cornered Emma in the hallway where there's a bunch of kids' drawings on the wall. They're actually pinned to the wall, not drawn on the wall, but they're pinned to the wall. And Emma basically puts her hand to the wall where a picture that Connie drew was hanging before she got murdered and sent off to be eaten by demons. So, Mama basically caresses Emma's face in her hands. And she's like, you look pale, and I noticed yesterday you didn't start out happy. And she's like, well, it's like she's sad because she might leave the house. She's got to come up with this bullshit story. And yeah, she's like, it's because I'm gonna leave this place one day. And then she brings up Connie, and it's like, and Connie said that she wanted to be a mama like you when she got older. And so in this exchange, it cut, in between the exchanges between Connie and Mama, or Emma and Mama, fuck me, Connie's the dead girl. Norman's he was gonna come and see Emma, but he kind of turned the corner and is like, oh shit, and sees Mama and Emma having this discussion, and because she again, the kid, Emma brings up Connie, and Mama basically was like, yeah, she'll make a great adult, and Norma's getting progressively more and more pissed off. And so it's this tense scene of Norman listening on the conversation and the conversation itself. And then the tension's broken by Ray, who's the third main character that I think I mentioned in the first episode in this series. I actually just downloaded episode 3 and 4. But anyway, so Ray comes dinner preparations, are done. And so Ray doesn't know about the Connie shit yet, but at the end, throughout the first episode, past the point where Emma and Raymond, I think his name's Raymond. Let me just look up the fucking characters' names. I literally was just saying it, and I just the promised Neverland. I'm fucking so pissed off at myself that I fucking don't remember these characters' names. No, it's Ray's. It's Norman. There it is. So yeah, it's Norman and Emma. So Ray's like suspicious. So when Norman and Emma get back from taking the bunny to Connie, like from that point on, Ray's suspicious because they haven't told him, but he's noticed things. And he's based throughout this episode, he's been listening in on conversations between Emma and Norman. And so then there's a whole thing of like they learn about tracking devices that they must have inside their bodies because they're all playing. The two younger kids go into the woods. One of them gets lost. The other one comes running back like, I lost track of this character. Like I lost track of this girl, and it's like, I looked, I couldn't find her. So Mama is like opens up this pocket watch looking thing, and then immediately is like, oh, okay. And then she basically goes and finds the kid, brings her back, and that's a whole level. So, it's like, oh, they must have tracking devices on us so they know where we are. But they can only know where we are when they look at this thing. The second interaction between Mama, Norman, and Emma was after the Emma-Mama conversation. They're going down the stairs because Ray's like, dinner's ready, guys. So I think there's gonna be some fucking like cannibalism kind of shit, because like the kids are getting sold off to eat, but like fine. This is my prediction. So yeah, so they're walking down the stairs. Mama's like, did you guys go to the gate last night? Or did you go past the gate or whatever? And they're both like, no. It's like, it's against the rules. Why would we do that? We had too much fun playing tag, yesterday. But then they get down the stairs, and then Emma collapses. Norman's shaky as fuck. And then the resolve gets cemented. There's, it's like, we're gonna get everybody out. That's another thing I didn't mention, because it's mentioned in the first episode, but I don't think I mentioned it. Their plan is to get every one of the kids out. And Norman in this episode is like, okay, so, basically the least amount of time before the next killing of a kid and then shipping off is 2 months. That's the least amount of time. So we have to get everybody out within 2 months. And so all that's said and done, I think it's like the next day. Like they're having a chat. Like Norman and Emma are having a chat in the thing. Then Ray's like listening in on their whole conversation. The next day, Norman and Emma are at, like, 'cause they have this. There's like this low fence, and then there's this big fucking wall. That's something else they discovered. It's like, okay, so this is just, these fences aren't necessarily the wall or the fence. It's like this big fucking thing is. So they're like, you know, we need. Oh no! Like they went there in the earlier in the episode. Then they went back with ropes made out of tablecloths. Ray followed them the second time and was like, "What the fuck are you all doing?" You know, I've been noticing weird shit with you guys forever. You know, since since Connie left, like just weird shit's been going on. And then, you know, they tell him the story. You know, they tell him they explain themselves, and then he's like, okay. And it basically ends with the episode, like, Emma... This is towards the end. So, Emma basically is like, no, I'm not... Because Ray's like, you know, we can't take everybody. It's fucking impossible to do that. You know, people will die if we try to take everybody. Because, you know, there's a world of demons outside. Yeah. There's nowhere for humans to exist in the outside world. So, like, Emma is like, she's like, I don't care, I'm gonna get everybody out. Then Ray starts yelling at fucking Norman, and Norman's just like, it's like, and Ray's like, you're usually the fucking rational one, you know, use your fucking brain. And he's like his whole justification for going along with the idea is like, I don't want to see Emma sad. I like her. I don't want to see her sad. And then fucking, he's like, you know, a boat, because they bring up a boat made out of mud, and Norman's like, you can bake mud and make a vessel, so it won't immediately just, you know, dissolve in water. Like, that's the whole point of it. And then Norman's like, you're not gonna let us do this on our own, are you? And then it's just like, Ray smiles, is like, damn it, of course not. So, the final scene of the episode is Mama's bringing in... Okay, so there's, you know, bells are going off. It's like, oh, we still have time and free time. Like, we can just fuck around. What's going on? So they go in. It's like, Mama's introducing this new fucking maid, you know, caretaker person. And they brought in a small child. Like a baby, I think. And I think it's Emma and Norman are both like, oh shit, another enemy. And obviously, you know, Mama sent for the second person because she realizes, shit, you know, I can't do this on my own. You know, it's like, I gotta watch after the kids, and, you know, or this fucking person's gotta watch after the kids so I can suss out and kill the people and whatever. Yeah. That's how the episode ends. And the tension, I like this show so far. 2 episodes in, I really like it. I haven't really liked the show this much initially since, like, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Season 1. I really liked the first season. I've liked all the seasons. You know, I haven't watched, was it part 5? With Giorno Giovanna, or whatever the fuck his name is. Like, I haven't watched most of that season. But yeah, it's like, the show, it's like, it's grabbed me. It's interesting. It's like, okay, you know, it's like, it's got the whole, from my perspective, it's like, they see, like, I think I mentioned this at the last episode, of this, watching of the series is like literally my perception. So like they see these people as demons, right? The people who basically killed and are gonna eat or ship off the fucking Connie. My whole perception is like they see them as demons because they don't know them, and they just know them in the context of they killed Connie, they're taking Connie away, they're going to eat Connie. But Mama, they see is still kind of human, because it's a whole in, it's all in a kid's mind kind of thing. Which, so it's like that's why I think there's like cannibalism going on. And they're masking the cannibalism thing with the kids' perceptions. And I'm not sure if they're literally demons. They might be literally demons, but I think it's more perception based. And I honestly think like they might be feeding some kids to the other kids. Maybe, I don't know. Won't surprise me. But okay, so they apparently made a fucking comedy spin-off of this manga that was made into the anime. I don't know how the fuck you make that comedy, but whatever. I guess it'll be a dark comedy. Anyway, till time, everybody, have a wonderful fucking day. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe. If you really liked it, why don't you throw me a few fucking dollars every month, and you can basically force me to do a fucking video. Disclaimer, you can't force me to do things I'm not comfortable doing. So, just keep that in mind. Ta-ta, everybody. Have a wonderful fucking day.